that people gathered from all over the world to share some weeks with Krishnamurti. The small group discussion, Chapter 10, took place at Brockwood Park in Hampshire, England, where there is an educational centre and school for young people founded by Krishnamurti. This discussion was with people for the most part long connected with Krishnamurti in his work. We are indebted to a number of helpers in the recording, transcribing and editing of this book. George and Cornelia Wingfield Digby. America, Part 1. Two Conversations, J. Krishnamurti and Professor Jacob Needleman. 1. The Role of the Teacher. Conversation between J. Krishnamurti and Professor J. Needleman. Needleman. There is much talk of a spiritual revolution among young people, particularly here in California. Do you see in this very mixed phenomenon any hope of a new flowering for modern civilization, a new possibility of growth? Krishnamurti. For a new possibility of growth, don't you think, sir, that one has to be rather serious, and not merely jump from one spectacular amusement to another? If one has looked at all the religions of the world and seen their organized futility, and out of that perception seen something real and clear, perhaps then there could be something new in California, or in the world. But as far as I have seen, I am afraid there is not a quality of seriousness in all this. I may be mistaken, because I see only these so-called young people in the distance, among the audience, and occasionally here. And by their questions, by their laughter, by their applause, they don't strike me as being very serious, mature, with great intent. I may be mistaken, naturally. Needleman. I understand what you're saying. My question only is, perhaps we can't very well expect young people to be serious. Krishnamurti. That is why I don't think it is applicable to the young people. I don't know why one has made such an extraordinary thing out of young people, why it has become such an important thing. In a few years they will be the old people in their turn. Needleman. As a phenomenon, apart from what is underneath it all, this interest in transcending experience, or whatever one wants to call it, seems to be a kind of seed ground from which certain unusual people, aside from all the phoniness and all the deceivers, certain masters, perhaps, may spring up. Krishnamurti. But I am not sure, sir, that all the deceivers and exploiters are not covering this up. Krishna consciousness and transcendental meditation and all this nonsense that is going on, they are caught in all that. It is a form of exhibitionism, a form of amusement and entertainment. For something new to take place, there must be a nucleus of really devoted, serious people who go through to the very end. After going through all these things, they say, here is something I am going to pursue to the end. Needleman. A serious person would be someone who would have to become disillusioned with everything else. Krishnamurti. I would not call it disillusion, but a form of seriousness. Needleman. But a precondition for it. Krishnamurti. No, I wouldn't call it disillusionment at all. That leads to despair and cynicism. I mean the examination of all the things that are so-called religious, so-called spiritual, to examine, to find out what is the truth in all this, whether there is any truth in it, or to discard the whole thing and start anew, and not go through all the trappings, all the mess of it. Needleman. I think that is what I tried to say, but this expresses it better. People who have tried something and it has failed for them. Krishnamurti. Not other people. I mean, one has to discard all the promises, all the experiences, all the mystical assertions. I think one has to start as though one knew absolutely nothing. Needleman. That is very hard. Krishnamurti. No, sir, I don't think that is hard. I think it is hard only for those people who have filled themselves with other people's knowledge.